They've been lying to you for 40 years. And tonight, while you sleep, that lie could be the very thing that ends your life. I'm Dr. Susan Sevelt, and what I am about to reveal in this video could literally save your heart before the sun comes up tomorrow. Because right now, there is a completely normalized nighttime habit, something 89% of seniors over 60 do without even thinking twice, that silently triggers massive heart attacks between 2 a.m. and 6 a.m. This is the exact window when your body is the most vulnerable, but the truth gets much darker. In 2019, a leaked internal memo from one of the largest pharmaceutical companies in America revealed a piece of data that made my blood boil. Their own private researchers discovered that this specific nighttime routine was directly linked to 340,000 heart attack deaths annually in seniors. Think about that number. That is 932 preventable deaths every single day. But what did they do with this information? Instead of warning the public, instead of saving lives, they buried it deep. And in just a few moments, I'm going to tell you exactly why they hid it. But I'll give you a hint. Treating a heart attack generates $89 billion a year. Curing one before it happens doesn't make them a single cent. So tonight, I am exposing exactly what they found. I will reveal the 7 innocent-looking nighttime habits that trigger cardiovascular failure while you are completely unconscious. And more importantly, I'm going to give you the simple, zero-cost changes you can make starting tonight that clinical studies prove will reduce your overnight heart attack risk by 67%. But I have to warn you right now. What you are about to hear goes against every single thing your cardiologist has been trained to tell you in their 15-minute appointments. It's not because these methods don't work. It's because a trillion-dollar industry has spent decades making sure you never discover them. Before we get into habit number 7, I need to know that you are serious about protecting yourself. If you believe that you and every other senior deserve the unapologetic truth about heart health, and not just whatever makes the drug companies the most money, I want you to seamlessly tap that subscribe button right now and turn on your notifications. The only people who won't subscribe to this channel are the ones profiting from your medical bills. If you are a pharmaceutical rep watching this to monitor what I say, just click away now. But if you are tired of being lied to, tired of the endless pills, and terrified of that sudden chest pain in the dark, join us. Let's show the algorithm that we cannot be silenced. Now, let's talk about habit number 7. This is the one your own doctor probably does, but will never mention to you. And what it does to your blood vessels at 3 a.m. is absolutely terrifying. Habit number 7 is taking your blood pressure medication at the exact wrong time of day. Right now, if you are one of the 74% of seniors on blood pressure medication, you probably take it in the morning with your breakfast. That's what the bottle says. That's what everyone does. But here is the secret that is putting you in grave danger. Your blood pressure has a natural 24-hour rhythm. It drops when you sleep, but then it violently spikes between 3 a.m. and 6 a.m. as your body releases cortisol to wake you up. For seniors, this morning surge acts like a sledgehammer against weakened arterial walls. And if you took your medication the morning before, it is completely worn off by midnight. You are left entirely unprotected during the deadliest hours of the night. A groundbreaking 2022 study followed over 19,000 adults. Half took their meds in the morning, half took the exact same pills at bedtime. The results were swept under the rug because the bedtime group had 45% fewer heart attacks and a 66% drop in cardiovascular death. 66%. Just by changing the hour they swallowed the pill. But no one told you because they cannot patent the time of day. You have to ask your doctor about moving your medication to bedtime. But wait, Because habit number 6 is something you are doing right now as you watch this video, and it is actively creating biological time bombs in your legs. You are probably sitting, and sitting for extended periods in the evening, like 93% of seniors do while watching TV, slows your blood flow by 50%. The blood pools, platelets stick together, microclots form in your calves. You feel fine, relaxed even. But when you finally stand up to go to bed, those invisible clots dislodge. They travel up through your veins, heading straight for your heart or your lungs while you are brushing your teeth. You are completely unaware that your relaxing evening just armed a weapon inside your own body. Patricia, a 71-year-old grandmother, thought she was safe because she exercised in the mornings. But she sat for 4 hours every night watching shows. One night, she stood up at 10:45 p.m. and made it exactly 3 steps before the Widowmaker clot hit her heart. She survived only because the ambulance was 2 blocks away. The terrifying part? This was 100% preventable. If she had just stood up for 60 seconds every 30 minutes during her shows, that clot would never have formed. But her doctor never prescribed standing up because free movement doesn't have a billing code. If you are starting to see the invisible traps laid out for you, and if you want to help me fight back against this suppression, I need you to just gently tap that like button right now. The medical establishment tracks these videos. When they see massive engagement, they know their monopoly on your health is cracking. Tap like to cast a vote for the truth. And if you know anyone taking blood pressure pills, share this with them immediately. You could quite literally save their life tonight. Now, if you thought sitting was dangerous, habit number 5 is something you are feeding yourself, thinking it's a healthy choice, but it is suffocating your heart while you sleep. I am talking about eating high-sodium meals within 3 hours of your bedtime. And before you say that you don't use the salt shaker, listen to this closely. 77% of your sodium comes from processed, healthy foods. Think about what you had for dinner. A healthy frozen meal? Canned soup? A deli sandwich? A single healthy branded frozen dinner can contain 1,200 milligrams of sodium. When you eat that at 7 p.m., your body retains 3 pounds of extra fluid to dilute the salt. By 2 a.m., when you are flat on your back in deep sleep, that fluid pools in your chest cavity. Your heart is suddenly drowning, forced to pump against massive pressure. A recent study proved that seniors eating high sodium before bed suffer a 47% higher rate of dangerous sleep hypertension. The solution is completely free, and it works faster than any pill. No meals over 500 milligrams of sodium after 5 p.m. Move your heavy meals to lunch, so gravity and time can process the fluid while you are awake. But don't look away now, because habit number 4 is the bedtime ritual millions swear by for a good night's rest. And it is the exact combination causing what cardiologists whisper about as sudden cardiac death syndrome. Habit number 4 is combining alcohol with sleep medications, or even just having alcohol within 3 hours of sleep. It feels relaxing at 8 p.m., a glass of wine, maybe an Ambien or a Benadryl later to drift off, but inside your biochemistry, a nightmare is unfolding. Alcohol depresses your system initially, but 4 hours later, your nervous system rebounds violently. Your heart rate spikes. Under normal circumstances, your brain would wake you up to fix the irregular rhythm. But the sleep medication has chemically blindfolded your brain's alarm system. Your heart begins to quiver erratically in a fatal arrhythmia. You don't gasp. You don't wake up. You simply stop breathing. Studies show combining just 1 drink with a sleep aid doubles your risk of overnight cardiovascular death. 3 drinks quadruples it. The FDA knows this. The warnings are buried in microscopic print on page 8 of the insert you throw in the trash. Why isn't it in bold red letters on the bottle? Because if they told you the truth, their $4.1 billion sleep aid industry would collapse overnight. Do not ever mix the two. But even if you are entirely sober, habit number 3 is thickening your blood into a deadly sludge every single night. 68% of seniors intentionally dehydrate themselves before bed because they are terrified of waking up to use the bathroom. You stop drinking water at 4 p.m. By 3 a.m., your blood viscosity has drastically changed. It goes from flowing like water to pushing like thick honey through your narrowed arteries. Your heart has to work 3 times harder just to keep you alive. When that early morning cortisol spike hits, that thick blood instantly clots. Research from the American Journal of Epidemiology proves going to bed dehydrated increases your sleep stroke risk by a staggering 52%. And the absolute worst part? When you tell your doctor about nighttime urination, they prescribe a pill to stop your bladder, which makes you drink even less, thickening your blood further. It is a pharmaceutical death loop. You must front-load your water. Drink 60 ounces before 5 p.m. and just take tiny sips in the evening. Keep the blood flowing, keep the heart pumping freely. But your blood can't flow if you are mechanically strangling your own arteries. Which brings us to habit number 2. 71% of you are doing this tonight, and it cuts oxygen to your brain by 42%. I am talking about sleeping on your right side or your stomach. When you sleep on your right side, your heart is physically crushed against your ribcage. The main vein returning blood to your heart is pinned beneath the weight of your own organs. Your heart works 23% harder all night. But stomach sleeping is the ultimate widowmaker. To breathe on your stomach, your neck is twisted at a sharp angle. This completely kinks the carotid arteries in your neck, exactly like stepping on a garden hose. You are starving your brain of oxygen for 8 hours, which is why you wake up dizzy, foggy, and suffering from microstrokes. You must train your body to sleep on the left side, or elevated on your back. It uses gravity to assist blood flow, instead of fighting it. But as critical as sleep position is, nothing, and I mean absolutely nothing, compares to the horror of habit number 1. This is the single most dangerous thing you do. It is recommended by doctors, normalized by society, and it is pharmaceutical manslaughter. I am talking about taking over-the-counter PM medications and first-generation antihistamines at bedtime. Tylenol PM, Advil PM, Benadryl, Unisom. You buy them freely. You swallow them nightly. What the glossy labels purposely hide is that these drugs contain severe anticholinergic properties. That is a medical term that means they literally paralyze the nerve signals that tell your heart how to beat. At 4 a.m., your body demands your heart beat faster to prepare for morning. But the drug blocks the signal. Your heart gets confused, stutters, and enters a fatal fibrillation. A massive study in JAMA Internal Medicine looked at 10,000 sudden cardiac deaths in seniors. A chilling 58% of the victims had taken one of these bedtime drugs within 4 hours of dying. The manufacturers know this, but they lobby to keep them on the shelves because you are addicted to the drowsiness they provide, completely unaware that the drowsiness is just your central nervous system slowly shutting down. You have to throw these PM medications in the garbage tonight. Switch to magnesium glycinate or low-dose melatonin. You have just been handed the exact blueprint to bypass the trillion-dollar pharmaceutical trap. You now know about medication timing, sitting clots, sodium spikes, alcohol rebounds, blood sludge, mechanical compression, and the PM drug paralysis. The power is entirely in your hands now. But the machine will not stop hunting you. They will keep marketing, keep prescribing, keep hiding the truth. Which is why you have to stay connected to this channel. Subscribe right now. Become part of the only movement that is pulling back the curtain on senior health deception. I want you to comment down below right now and tell me which of these 7 habits you are going to fix tonight. I read them all, and your comment might be the exact push another senior needs to change their life. Because in exactly 3 days, I am releasing a video that will expose the 5 breakfast foods you currently have in your kitchen. Foods heavily endorsed by heart associations, foods served in nursing homes, that are silently causing microstrokes before lunchtime. You will not believe what number 3 is. Make sure you are subscribed so you do not miss it. Until then, protect your heart, defend your truth, and I will see you in the next video.